Good morning, everyone. Welcome. My name is Menachem Creditor. It's my honor to serve as scholar in residence and rabbi for UJA Federation of New York. We bring you Torah and music, blessing, and community every weekday. We've been doing so since March 18th, 2020. Today is March 6th, 2025. Torah almost every single day of those almost 5 years, every single weekday. This is broadcast 1255. It is day 517 since October 7th. We are together with friends from all over the world, coming together to learn, to grow, to support each other, to be strong, to be proud. Let's see who's here so we can say good morning. Kate and Bensi, Boker Tov, hi Nana. Lisa and Carl, Barry and Sharon, Amy and Adrian, Boker Tov. Bria, nice to see you. Linda and Jonathan, Anya and Debbie, Arlene and Linda, good to see you. Marcia and Cynthia, Boker Tov, one and all. It's good to see all of you. We'll take a second to say good morning, then we'll get started with the bracha and learn some Torah. Deborah and Amy, Cecile and Lydia, Linda, Boker Tov, hi Sunday. Good to see you. All right. Friends, let's take a breath, sing a blessing, learn some Torah to start our day. Here we go. Hi Penny. Broadcast 1255. Thank you. So, good morning, everyone. It is broadcast 1255, day 517 since October 7th. Always a lot to talk about, but let's combine brachot. That was the one for learning. Here's the one for having some coffee. Baruch atah Adonai, Eloheinu melech haolam, she'akol niyeh bidvaro. All right, that's good. I hope that you and yours are safe and well. I hope that you're taking time to, well, if coffee is not your thing, do something that gives you some strength today, that brings your body some pleasure, because it is important in days like these, and these have been some days, to be able to meet our world with strength, with some resilience, with joy. It's hard to do all this balancing, and it's our job. Imagine what it is to be the high priest. I'm jumping right into the parsha today. Imagine what it is to be the high priest, the first high priest, appointed by Moshe, your brother. Your name is Aaron. And here you are, having no precedent for the kind of leadership people are expecting from you. You and your children are being initiated as the religious leadership of a newly freed community who has a fragile relationship, always feeling the tension between the divine and them, and that's understandable because, after all, we were enslaved for 210 years, according to most estimates, in Egypt for a total of 400. And during that 210-year period of enslavement, the God who has now freed us wasn't available. And so you are the one who is most intimate next to your brother, bringing the sacrifices of the people, providing a physical reminder to the people of God. You're wearing gold and robes and this ornate outfit. And when you enter into the innermost chamber, the Holy of Holies, you carry a reminder of the people to God. Because on our shoulders and on the Choshen Mishpat, on the breastplate of decision, are jewels inscribed with the names of the tribes. You literally are always standing in the breach. Not only that, this is chapter 28, verse 36 of Shemot. The Hebrew is Vasita tzitz zahav tahor upitachta alav pituche chotam kodesh ladonai. So a headband is worn by you. I know I could talk about Aaron the Kohen Gadol, Aaron the high priest, but really, let's enter it. You are wearing a headband everywhere you go that says Kodesh Ladonai, holy to God. Now, it is the case, speaking as us, that every human being, just by virtue of being, is holy, is created in the image of God. We carry this imprint everywhere we go, no matter what we say or do. But the high priest is called to be an explicit reminder of this. And in fact, their life is not their own. We don't have a high priest anymore, perhaps because of that reason. Rabbis are just like everybody else, not an intermediary between God and people, but teachers, and anyone can do that. And in fact, rabbis, as we've discussed this week, are just lay people taking their turn in front, learning as best they can, trying our best to make good decisions on behalf of community, knowing that we are not different from the community we are called to serve. But the high priest, the Kohen Gadol, is, in a certain way, not the same as the community. Because no one else has to walk around with this weight all the time. No one else has on their forehead, it's not a tattoo, but it's functionally permanent, Kodesh Ladonai, holy to God, dedicated. And so what I am offering here, friends, is a glimpse into the weight of being the Kohen Gadol. We don't have to bear that weight. We are a community of equals. That's what Jewish tradition teaches us to be. But what is it to be wholly dedicated to the holy? Now, this is not the only moment in the Parsha that is worth raising up. It is also the case that the robe that the high priest is wearing has a hem, and that hem is described, I'll give you verses 33 and 34 of chapter 28. On its hem, make pomegranates of blue, purple, crimson yarns all around the hem with bells of gold between them all around. A gold bell and a pomegranate. A golden bell and a pomegranate all around the hem of the robe. Why? Aaron shall wear it while officiating, so that the sound of it is heard when he comes into the sanctuary before God and when he goes out, that he may not die. The Torah portion is pointing out to us not only the physical weight of all of the things that the Kohen Gadol wears, but also the danger of coming too close to the source of power. There needs to be a reminder. Who's the reminder for? It could be for the divine itself. It could also be the high priest needing a reminder how to conduct themselves. So I'd offer us this question, a challenge. How, when we walk through the world, do we remember who we are? Especially those of us who have proximity to power. How do we keep conscious of our responsibilities to make sure that our actions reflect a holy path? It's not a simple thing. Sometimes that requires raising your voice, and sometimes that requires not using it. Being strategic, and actually also listening with curiosity for what the situation calls for. We learn, the longer we live, that one size does not fit all, and we don't always have the answers. The Kohen Gadol was able to turn to the holy to get answers to the questions. In fact, that was one of the functions of the Choshen Mishpat, to offer our answers in a way that we could not. But we don't have that anymore either. What we do have is each other. And as Valerie points out, with beauty, our children are watching. That can be our guide. Because if there is a gem that I have in this world, it is 5 human beings who I watch with such amazement and such love. And that doesn't have to be biological children or stepchildren or adopted children. It very much is about looking at the future, as Valerie is pointing out. All of our children are watching, and they are our gems. We have to be there for them. We have to wear them as we make our decisions too. But when we are lacking in wisdom, perhaps the biggest reminder that the world is calling us to do our best to reflect the best. Some of us use the word God to describe that. Perhaps the best reminder is the future, the shininess of the possibilities of the next generations to come. So, let's see how closely attuned we can be to the needs of our people. I'll close with the emotionality that I felt. I'm sure you did too. Seeing recently released hostages and those who have been released for some time, including Noah Argamani and Omer Shem Tov and Eli Sharabi, Naama Levi, Keith and Aviva. I might have gotten them all, I might have not. Each one of their faces was staggeringly beautiful and purposeful as they went close to the source of American power anyway. Spent time in the Oval Office telling their stories, making sure that they signed in Washington the posters that we created with their faces. With gratitude, with purpose, with a clarion call. They are, in so many ways, the walking reminder, the pomegranate and a bell. They are ringing in our ears. Thank God. Thank God for their bravery, their unreal heroism, the purpose that I am sure is also sustaining them. May they be blessed to know how beautiful they are in our eyes too. Friends, send your hearts with me to them, and through their work, through all of our consciousness, to those 59 souls still awaiting return. Some for proper burial, some for the loving embrace of their families. Bring them home now. Send your hearts to the east with me. Kol hod balevav pnima nefesh Yehudi homiya ulefate mizrach kadima ayin letzion tzofia עוד לא עבדה תקוותנו, התקווה בת שנות 2000, להיות עם חופשי בארצנו, ארץ ציון וירושלים, להיות עם חופשי בארצנו, ארץ ציון וירושלים. Bring them home now. Am Yisrael Chai. See you tomorrow, my friends.